Yo, what's going on, guys? This is my lovely character tier list, yeah, and we're playing in a world called listed tiers. And of course, I've got a video about a tier list, and we're gonna be judging, as you've seen, how dangerous utensils could be as a weapon. Now, this video is going to have a different structure than the last one. So, last one I judged it based on a court system, verdict, a case, and some evidence. But this one is going to be judged by a set of rules. I don't have a name for this system yet, but it's going to be in a few other videos, so I will give it a name eventually. But basically, this system has a lot of rules that I can choose between depending on what the video idea is. And I will be explaining every rule to you based on what video it is. So for this one, I'll be telling you the two rules that I'm going to be using. So the first rule that I'm going to be using is perception. So how is this thing perceived? Example, how is a fork perceived? You know what I'm trying to say? Is it perceived to be friendly, intimidating? Da, 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 da. Then the second rule that I'm going to be using for this video is then how does it perform outside of its context? And in this video, that means how does it perform as a weapon? Do you know what I'm trying to say? And obviously, those two together are going to give us the final case of how dangerous a thing could be. Yeah. So let's just jump straight into it. A fork. So when you think about a fork, the perception of a fork, you think it's just a fork in it. Like, yo, what? Like, I just want to eat. You don't think I'm gonna go and just kill this guy right now and stab him 1 trillion billion times. And if you do, please seek some help. If you need some help, I got you in the description. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, like you don't really perceive a fork as something dangerous necessarily, unless you're like some deranged psychopath killer person thing. Um, so for that, perception wise, it's gonna score very low on a rank. It's gonna score, well, not very low, because it's still a fork. It has pointy sides. It can still do damage. I'm gonna put it on a C in terms of perception. But when we're talking about outside of its context, outside of eating, a fork as a weapon, if you're strong enough, it could do some damage. Depending on where you're aiming, stab somebody in the eye, they don't have an eye no more. Stab somebody in the lip, is gonna hurt. Stab somebody in the tongue, is gonna hurt. If you stab someone in the arm or leg, it probably won't even penetrate the skin. But if we're just talking about like just the fact that it does have points, and if they do attack you in some crazy place like up the flipping nostril, then it could just do some damage. You know what I'm saying? Um, and if the wielder has enough force, yeah, it's looking a bit crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's looking a bit crazy. Them ones there. So also based on aura as well. Sorry, I forgot to talk about the aura of a fork. The perception of its aura. Is that a gold worm? No, it's not. Anyway, the aura of a fork. It's not too crazy. It's just a fork. So yeah, but in terms of how dangerous it could be as a weapon, I'm going to put it in a. I'm gonna put in B tier. B, C. I'm gonna round it off as a B because perception alone doesn't carry the ranking for the fork. So yeah, the next utensil that we're gonna be judging, the basic, the classic spoon. Now, a spoon, guys, it doesn't have really good PR, does it really? If you think about a spoon, it's just round, friendly. You eat it with cereal. Well, I said you eat it with cereal. You eat cereal with it. You eat ice cream with it. All of these things are soft things. Soup. So it's very friendly. And as a weapon, it's trash. You know what I'm trying to say. However, what's scary about a spoon, guys, is the outside context. If you take a spoon outside of its context, what could you be possibly doing with it? With a fork, if you take it outside of its outside of its context, it probably only is gonna be for attacking, right? What else are you gonna be using it for? But a spoon, bro, if you taken the spoon outside of its context, brother, you're out of your mind. Like there's something wrong with you. That's the scary thing, and that definitely is affecting the spoon's perception. Um, wait, am I dumb? Wait, guys, I forgot how to mine the chests, guys. I actually forgot how to mine the chest. Wait, can you not mine chest anymore? Oh. Anyway, yeah. So that definitely affects the perception because it's scary. If I seen someone on the street walking holding a spoon, I'm actually scared. I'm scared. And you have to be a psycho, like, bro. Imagine attacking somebody with a spoon. Like, that would hurt, you know. That would actually hurt. And imagine they're trying to gouge out your flesh with it, like gouge out your eyes. And guys, that's scary. So as a weapon itself, it's gonna have to go in like D tier. It's gonna go in F tier, but the perception of it, guys, is gonna carry it. And imagine like a psychopath getting, yeah, sorry. The perception is gonna have to bring it down from F tier to C tier. I know that's crazy to say. I know. But all utensils have some type of something when it comes to attacking because it just depends on force, right? Um, Next one that I'll be judging is a butter knife. Now, I don't have the same fear of a butter knife as I do as a spoon if somebody was to how point it out towards me. Oh wait, I forgot to rank sorry, spoon in terms of perception. Bro, what? A spoon's going in S tier based on, perception, bro. It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous proceedings. Now, in terms of actual damage, it's going to be going in F tier. But again, it's going to get carried up to C tier because that perception is so potent, Actually, we'll put it in D. We'll even it out. Anyway, guys, so yeah, what's the same butter knife? I don't have the same fear perceiving a butter knife as I do perceiving a spoon. When I look at a butter knife, I just think, oh, yo, let me just butter my toast. You know? When you take it outside of its context, bro, who even cares? Like, bro, what? Like, I don't care, bro. If you're holding a butter knife at me, I don't feel scared. Because, bro, like, think about it. If you hold a spoon out to someone, like, with ill intent, like, bro, I'll be terrified. Because, bro, how could you possibly think about attacking me with a spoon? That's what makes it scary. Whereas a butter knife is like, bro, you're just death, brother. Anyway, yeah, like, ooh, what's that? Anyway, do you get the point, guys? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Um, so yeah, I'm gonna put, in terms of actual damage, can't do too much damage. Perception wise, F tier. Damage wise, B tier. Even if you put a lot of force in, you're probably not gonna penetrate somebody's skin, and even if you do, it's not really gonna do too much damage to you anyway. Um, so I'm gonna say, yeah, altogether, I'm gonna say D tier. Next, a kitchen knife, a steak knife, bang, perception already high. Because, bro, if someone's running at you with a knife, what are you gonna do? Run to get it, whether it's a kitchen knife, da knife. The only thing that's, what I'm saying, the only thing is a butter knife that's not scary, but the rest of them, yeah, I'm running. Like, are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? Do you get it? So I'm gonna say, in terms of perception, S tier. In terms of actual damage, S tier. Doesn't matter about the force, nothing like that. So I'm gonna put the knife as an S tier, guys. It's an S tier weapon. It's an S tier weapon. That's not encouraging anybody. Don't attack people. Please don't do that. Now, the next thing that I'm going to be ranking is a spork. Now, a spork, bro. Oh my god, you're just a wannabe of like, bro, you're just not even cool. So already the aura points are gone. So already the perception is very low. If you use a spoon, you are a spoon. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You're an idiot. I mean, a spork. Sorry, if you use a spork, you are a spoon. You're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? You're balanced. Don't talk to me if you use a spork. You're actually a weirdo. Do you know what I'm saying? What's even the point of that? I don't even want to rank it, bro. I'm just gonna put it F tier for both things. Now, here's where it's going to get interesting because there's only so many utensils, right? So I'm going to stretch the definition. I'm going to be talking about stuff that has to do with eating as well. So plates, bro, when you think about a plate, you don't think about anything dangerous. So the perception is just, oh, I'm going to have something nice to eat or I'm going to wash this up. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So the perception ain't too crazy. The damage, though, outside of its context, the damage is damaging, hit someone hard enough if it doesn't crack over your head. Bang, easy concussion, do you know what I'm trying to say? Easy knock somebody out, easy unconsciousness, easy hemorrhage. Well, maybe not hemorrhage because if you hit them that hard to cause a hemorrhage with a plate, the plate will probably crack and just not cause that much damage anyway, yeah? Um, but just in general, oh lord. But just in general, yeah, like, yeah, man. And it goes to the same thing as well. Like if you hit someone with a plate, bro, you're actually out of your mind. So that does actually like change the perception a bit. So I'll put the perception as a B tier, and then I'll go actual damage wise, like how deadly it is. Eh, not too bad, I guess. Um, oh, you could like smash the plate and then use like the shards as like a knife to like plunge into the. Yeah, guys, that's looking a bit techie, you know. So I'm gonna say for a knife, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say for a plate, it's gonna go in B tier, B tier, B tier danger. Now we're gonna do a bowl. Perception. It's just a bowl. Give me some noodles. Give me some cereal. Give me some soup. Give me some ice cream. Do you get it? You know, it's just a bit friendly. It's round. You know, so it's not very threatening. However, it's a bit like a spoon because it's scary outside of its content, outside of its context. What are you doing carrying a bowl outside? What intent could you possibly have? How sick are you to use it as a weapon? And that makes it more scary. Oh my days! Is it everyday boulder? Anyway, it's pretty scary outside of its context because bro, you have to be deranged. So that's gonna move its perception up from a F tier to a D tier, because it's not that scary to carry it all the way up. Now, when we're talking about, let me just, I can't see anything, bro. Um, when we're talking about, why is my sensitivity so weird? When we're talking about now, actual danger, it's not really gonna do too much damage. It's basically the same as a plate. So I'm gonna put it in detail overall, just because this music is so loud. Just because like the perception of it kind of brings it down. So yeah, next thing that we're gonna be doing is a ladle. You know, a very big spoon, brother. Ladles are scary. Don't come at me with a ladle in your hand. Do you understand? Don't do that, please. Don't, please. I'm asking you nicely. Please don't do that. Um, how do I turn the lighting up? Please don't do that. So I'm just gonna skip the whole ranking for that. I'm just gonna give it an A tier overall because that's just scary. I don't care about the damage. That's just scary. Um, Now when we're talking about let's think. Hmm, what's the next one? Let's do a straw. It's not scary outside of its context. Someone carrying a straw. It's a bit abnormal, but it's not scary. It's not threatening. It doesn't really have aura. So I'm not scared of a ladle. It's not gonna do too much damage to me. Um, Wait, I just said ladle, straw. Should I say? Sorry, guys, I'm making so many mistakes this video. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna put it in D tier. Both things, D tier, perception and actual danger. But guys, that'll be just about it for this video. Kind of a lazy one, but I just wanted to introduce, another new style of ranking. Um, And there is a third one, so the next video, I'll be doing that for the third one as well. And I'll be explaining it. And basically, guys, every video, well, not every video, but it's going to basically interchange between these three systems randomly. And each time, each video, I'll make sure that I explain, like, very briefly what each system is based on, just so people don't forget and any new viewers and da 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 da. But just to keep the content fresh. But guys, that's been about it. Do you ever get for a full Terraria day? A full Terraria day? But I love you all. Make sure you tap in with my boys, more on my marauders on the screen. Each one of them, you know what I'm trying to say. And without further ado, I'm gone.